When you awaken in the morning, you discover that you are in a stranger's body. Everything about you has altered, including your voice, body, and face. Maybe you have changed into a buddy, a famous person, or possibly someone you never even thought of. Consider utilizing this power to assume the role of a leader and maybe avert a war, or on the other hand, start a new fight in an otherwise unfeasible circumstance. What real effects might this power have on your life? Let us examine this remarkable idea in greater detail and consider the query, what if people could shapeshift? Our social and personal life would be totally transformed if we had the power to shapeshift. Everyone would offer a different version of themselves every day if we could pick how we appeared every morning and change our physical appearance as easy as changing our clothing. However, what effect may this have on interpersonal trust? How could you ever know for sure who someone was when you first met them? Everyone would be able to become their ideal selves with this power as well. You may be an athlete one day, a movie star the next, or even a magical monster. But what impact would this have on our sense of self-acceptance and inner serenity? Wouldn't it be harder to accept ourselves for who we really are if we could alter how we look at will? It could be enjoyable to change for a day, but what would it feel like to be always changing? People tend to identify themselves based on what other people think of them. What kind of person would you be if you changed every day? Serious identity issues might result from this. Changing your appearance would also change how people view you. Do people enjoy the person you've become or the person you are as you are? Your own limits would become hazy. This might lead to intense emotions of insecurity in intimate relationships. What about abusing this power to commit crimes or meddle in the affairs of others? A power like that would completely conflate morality. The capacity to shapeshift might destabilize social interactions and erode relational trust. Being unsure of whether your friends, family, or coworkers are who they seem might become a daily challenge and lead to uncertainty in interpersonal relationships. This power might cause widespread chaos in domains like labor and education that rely on trust. In the digital age and on social media, people might create whole different online and offline personas. Sincere connections would be almost impossible as a result of the rise in false identities and dishonest behavior that would follow. The trust and ties that bind society together would be threatened by shapeshifting, even though it would provide individual freedom. Let's take it a step further and imagine that everyone had the ability to shapeshift. In this scenario, society's structure would be severely disrupted. As identities constantly changed, the foundation of trust between individuals would collapse. Crime rates would skyrocket, as no one could truly determine who was responsible for what. Banks, border controls, courts, everything would descend into chaos. Systems designed for identity verification would become completely obsolete. Relationships would also be deeply affected. Concepts like trust, loyalty, and commitment would lose their meaning under the shadow of shapeshifting. In a world so focused on appearances, remembering and valuing our inner qualities would become increasingly difficult. Though it would also bring complexity and responsibility, the capacity to shapeshift would seem like a great freedom for humans. Our social structures, communication patterns, and trust structures would all be completely changed. In many respects, this power may make our society more disorderly and its people more alienated. But this skill could also present a chance to learn the importance of being valued for more than just looks. People may start to place more value on ideas and character than appearance. Who can tell? Perhaps a new age for mankind is about to begin. What if you had the ability to shapeshift? Who or what would you transform into first? How would you use this power? Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next what if scenario. Until then, take care.